Hey, Nchitv Army, what's up? Get ready to have your minds absolutely broken because today we're peeling back the fluorescent layers of the Japanese psychological thriller that has everyone talking. Forget jump scares and cheap tricks. This one is pure, suffocating dread, mixed with the world's most frustrating game of spot the difference. This isn't just a movie. It's a guide on how to survive a never-ending purgatory. And maybe, just maybe, how to become a decent dad. Before we dive into the loop, smash that like button, subscribe to Nchitv, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next cinematic breakdown. Let's get lost with the lost man of the doubter and find out what happens when your guilt traps you in the worst public transport nightmare imaginable. Our story begins not in the sterile horror of a repeating hallway, but in the all-too-familiar, suffocating misery of a crowded Japanese subway carriage. This is where we meet our protagonist, a man known to the universe, and later, the subtitles, as the lost man of the doubter. He's on his way to what he refers to as a temp job, a detail that already screams unstable life choices. The tension on the train is palpable, focusing on one of humanity's great modern flashpoints, a crying baby. A furious self-appointed judge, the irate passenger begins a hostile verbal assault on the weary mother. "Shut up," he snarls, completely ignoring the fact that bobbies are basically tiny, involuntary noise machines. It annoys everyone. He directs his venom at the mother, accusing her directly. "You're the mother, shut him up." He escalates, yelling, "Come on, fuck, shut him up," before launching into a condescending rant about the poor logistics of taking a baby on the subway during rush hour. The lost man watches this entire ugly spectacle. He's the physical manifestation of indecision. He wants to step in. He should step in. But like a true modern commuter, he keeps his head down, clutching his phone, frozen in a cocktail of anxiety and passive apathy. He lets the mother suffer and the irate passenger win the war of public decorum. He chooses inaction, a choice that will soon haunt him with architectural consistency. Finally gets off the train and steps into the station hall. As he exits the train, his personal life detonates. His phone rings and his ex-girlfriend, referred to in the subtitles simply as the ex, delivers the news. She wastes no time with pleasantries, announcing she is at the hospital and pregnant with his child. His panic is immediate and overwhelming. "What do you want to do?" she presses. He stalls. She quickly recognizes his familiar, infuriating ambiguity. "You don't know, do you? You were never clear on the matter." He attempts to show some semblance of adult commitment, offering, "I'll ask if I can take time off," but she delivers a gut punch. "You don't have to," she replies coldly, adding, "My mind is already made up." "About what?" He panics, demanding clarification. "Wait, I don't understand you. Hello?" Desperate to escape, the lost man mumbles about "the reception is poor. I'm leaving the station," effectively hanging up on the biggest decision of his life. The pressure, the guilt, and the profound fear of commitment trigger a debilitating asthma attack. When the world finally stabilizes, the train station is gone. He is standing in a deserted, immaculate, and utterly silent underground hallway, a nightmare of beige tiles and cold fluorescent lights. It is a sterile, looping trap. He finds himself facing a sign that reads Exit 8, walks forward, and behind him we see the signage written Go Back repeatedly. In the passage, he encounters the walking man, an odd, older figure. He continues forward and soon sees a sign indicating Exit 0. When he passes it and moves ahead, he is shocked to find himself back in the central hall, staring at the Exit 8 sign with the same walking man approaching him once again. The cosmic game has begun. He now runs back but comes back to the same place, a loop between Exit 8 and Exit 0. This is not a physical prison. It's a tailor-made punishment for his soul. His commute has become his crucible. This time when he walked past Exit 8 and the walking man's steps suddenly stopped. The lost man sees him smiling strangely behind and starts to run, and again sees Exit 0 and moves forward to Exit 8 again, where he encounters the walking man once more. Though scared, the lost man walks towards the walking man. Realizing he is trapped in a loop, he panics, tries to trigger an emergency alarm, and even tries to flee through metal doors, all to no effect. The relentless, mind-numbing repetition of the subway begins to wear him down immediately. The environment uses his own internal anxiety against him, serving up anomalies that are both subtle and monstrous. The walls start to bleed, or the ceiling rains crimson liquid, a terrifying visual that forces him to question his sanity. The lost man quickly runs back, and along the hallway he meets the walking man, who is now a standing man staring at his phone. The lost man proceeds forward, and this time he sees exit 1, where he discovers his manual for survival, a set of instructions posted on the wall by some unseen sadistic entity. The rules are the core mechanic of his torment. If an anomaly is detected, turn back immediately. If no anomalies are present, proceed forward. Any mistake, any lapse in attention, and he will be thrown back to exit 0, starting the psychological torment all over again. He is now a full-time, unpaid anomaly inspector. From exit 1, his job is to scrutinize every detail. When he encounters the walking man again, he tries to communicate with him, inquiring about the anomalies in the subway, but the walking man just continues walking and saying nothing. The lost man mistakenly judges this unnatural behavior to be an anomaly and runs away, reaching exit 0 again. From exit 0, he decides to photograph his surroundings. The posters, the walking man, the emergency point, the doors, the ventilation grates, to spot any difference between each in case of another loop. His only path to freedom is perfect, sustained attention to detail, a skill he failed to utilize when the mother needed him most. When he makes it back to exit 8, he checks on his phone only to find that his photos have been corrupted, revealing that he isn't allowed to cheat. The lost man is now constantly narrating his surroundings in a desperate, obsessive attempt to catalog normality. The exit 8, the posters, the walking man, the emergency point, before he's done with mentioning the other things in his surroundings. The walking man stands behind him again, wearing that strange smile. Like before, it follows him again. The lost man runs and reaches exit 2, and behind him the walking man just stands staring at his phone. From exit 2, he hears a child crying from inside a storage locker. He approaches it but resists the urge to investigate, correctly assuming this is an anomaly and turning back, reaching exit 3. At exit 3, he notices that the images in the posters can move their eyes and immediately turns back, considering them as anomalies. And he was right, advancing to exit 4. At exit 4, he does the usual of narrating his surroundings, then figures that there was no anomaly, and this takes him to exit 5. He makes halting progress from exit 2, 3, 4, and now reaching exit 5, believing he has mastered the rules, but the loop is smarter. It hits him with a devastating psychological blow. His phone rings again, appearing to break the signal-less environment. It is the X. He doesn't question the anomaly. He uses the opportunity for a desperate, tearful confession. He tells her the whole story of his shame on the subway. I pretended that I saw nothing. I got out, like the others. He is literally confessing his sins to a phantom phone call in his own personal purgatory. He cries out the question that trapped him here. Can someone like me be a good father? As he speaks, his ex-girlfriend is shown eerily standing behind him, confirming the call is part of the loop's illusion. This is the ultimate anomaly, designed not to kill him but to test the sincerity of his regret. He hangs up, and immediately the hallway snaps, punishing his lapse in focus by throwing him back to exit 0. The psychological damage is immense. He knows the loop is reading his soul. He's hit rock bottom, spiraling back to 0, and honestly, we're stressed just watching it. If you're hooked on this recap and love breaking down these mind-bending movies with us, do us a huge favor right now. Smash that like button and subscribe to the Nchitv channel. It's the one anomaly we always want to see, new subscribers. After resetting, the lost man briefly encounters a little boy. He initially dismisses the boy as another anomaly and turns back, resetting to exit 0. Realizing the boy must be real, he re-encounters him. A breakthrough occurs when the lost man meets the boy, a small child who is highly perceptive and critically still conscious. The boy has been following the walking man, but he is still a real person, a flicker of hope. It is during this reset that he encounters the two ghosts of the loop, the walking man and the boy. The boy points toward the walking man. It is here, through a brief, tragic flashback, the film reveals the fate of the walking man. He was once a trapped protagonist like the lost man, paired with the boy. The walking man, endlessly shuffling along, is a chilling warning, a former victim who has succumbed to the repetition, now a non-sentient piece of the nightmare architecture. The lost man sees him constantly, a grim specter of his own potential future. The walking man, who is also trapped, manages to reach exit 4 and meets the same little boy. They team up. At exit 5, they encounter a young girl who speaks to the walking man, claiming they might be dead and trapped in hell. The girl then begins speaking in a distorted voice, claiming that the daily commute and repetitive job routine are the true hell. Recognizing the philosophical rant as an anomaly, the walking man and the boy turn back, reaching exit 6. In the next cycle, the boy notices a strange knob on the center of a door, a subtle anomaly the walking man misses. They continue forward and return to exit 0. The walking man, frustrated, rips down a sign and tearfully shouts about needing to meet his son. He calms down and tries again. Soon, he sees a staircase that appears to lead to an exit, a major anomaly. The boy tries to stop him, knowing it's a trick, but the walking man pushes him aside and leaves. He disappears, and the boy, having turned back, reaches exit 1. When the boy encounters the walking man again, the man is walking like a robot. He has become a permanent, non-sentient NPC, forever stuck in the nightmare. The consequence was immediate. He became the automated, ghostly figure of the hallway, forever lost. Returning to the present, the lost man learns the fundamental truth: you cannot escape by abandoning others. The lost man takes the boy under his wing, forming a vital partnership. The boy's fresh eyes are better at spotting the anomalies, which are increasingly subtle, like a missing cup in the poster reaching exit 1. The boy's superior observation skills help them spot the strange doorknob, the same one missed by the walking man, and they correctly turn back to reach exit 2. Their journey intensifies. From exit 2, the lights go out. Using his phone's flashlight, the lost man sees blood dripping from the ventilation, accompanied by the sounds of a crying baby and rats screeching. He is horrified by a swarm of rats with human organs growing from them. He grabs the boy and turns back, reaching exit 3. From exit 3, they see a woman standing eerily in the hallway, the boy's mother. The boy cries out, "Mama," and tries to run to her, but the lost man recognizes the figure as an anomaly and stops him. The boy passes out, and the lost man carries him back to exit 4. Their collaboration is a beautiful metaphor for the lost man finally acting as a protector and guardian. From exit 4, their progress speeds up. The boy confesses he deliberately ran away from his mother, hinting at his own anxieties. The two bond over shared, related pasts with their mothers. They correctly spot another anomaly and reach exit 5. Their journey hits its climax at exit 5. Here, the lost man finds a door ajar. He peers in and sees not a monster but a vision of his past self on the subway, the coward frozen on the train, ignoring the mother and the crying baby. This is the anomaly of self-reflection. Unlike before, he doesn't just run. He stops, watches his failure, and then, with newfound strength and quiet determination, he closes the door. This is his act of atonement, a moral victory that allows him and the boy to proceed. They have earned their way to exit 6. From exit 6, hopping for freedom, the lost man asks the boy what he will do first, to which the boy replies he wants a double cheese pizza. The boy gives the lost man a small, empty hermit crab shell for protection, a precious, tangible link to the outside world, as they proceed to exit 7. Standing at exit 7, the pair prepares for the final push, but the loop delivers its most violent test. A loud siren goes off, a cataclysmic flood. A massive volume of dirty water suddenly rushes through the hallway, turning the passage into a raging, turbulent river. In this moment of life-or-death chaos, the lost man makes his ultimate, selfless choice. He lifts the boy high above his head, holding him against the current, comforting him and ensuring his safety. He sacrifices his own chance at stability, letting himself be swept away to protect the child. He has become the man, the father, he always feared he couldn't be. As the current takes him, he experiences a serene, beautiful vision, a flash forward to a sun-drenched beach where he is with the ex and their happy son, who is revealed to be the boy, now in his rightful place. The vision confirms his redemption and the future that awaits him. The boy eventually wakes up, alone but safe. Clutching the shell, he bravely takes the final step, turning the corner and reaching the genuine exit 8. A short while later, the lost man emerges. He sees the hermit crab shell on the ground, the boy's token, and knows this is the real escape. He rushes up the stairs and into the cacophony of the real world. His phone immediately gains signal. He calls the ex, no longer hesitant but resolute. He is coming to the hospital. He is ready for fatherhood. The film's final, chilling moment delivers the cosmic punchline. Back in the real-world subway, now confident and transformed, the lost man sees it, the same irate passenger, the same mother, the same crying baby. The scene of his original failure is playing out again. He has escaped the corridor, but the moral choice has returned. But this time, the man who emerges from the loop is different. He does not hesitate. He does not check his phone. He moves decisively to stand up for the mother. He has broken the internal loop of inaction, finally earning his freedom in a world that needs his courage. And that is the incredible, heart-stopping journey of a man who found his way out of an infinite subway station by finally facing his fears in the real world. This film teaches us that freedom isn't about reaching an exit sign. It's about breaking your internal loop of inaction. He survived the architectural horror, but only by achieving true moral courage. Was the whole thing a dream? Was it purgatory? Let us know your theory in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Nchitv for more deep dives into the best and weirdest movies coming out of Japan and all over the world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next recap.